stuff prepped so I can do some stuff. Steam is updating. Probably should have done this beforehand, but whatever. Let's just jam to the Turnabout Sisters for a little while. Little steam door. 1 second. One second. Here we go. Alright, I've got it up for the Discord crowd. It's just gonna play out. Just waiting for this loop to finish so that I can transition into the actual game here. Bum bum. Alright. Here we go. It's time to continue Reunion and Turnabout. There we go. I don't want to hear it, Elton. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Hi, Lana. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix. How you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza! Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine? That ain't fine. The hell are you talking about? That's a whip! Ah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lana Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Oh no. Lana. Lotta's testimony. This is gonna be something. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. Sure, Lotta, sure. Don't know what it is about streaming, but my internet gets 10 times worse when it starts. It went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang! There was a gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Okay, no, she wasn't waving a gun around. And did you take a picture of it after it took place? Reckon course. Excuse me? Reckon course. It's sure for you, reckon? Of course. Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. Here's the picture. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Alright. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about mine through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Positively sure. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am. But that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fay? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given? Huh? Given, you know, you reckon that's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Rick Given. I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. But stop saying Rick Given. Ah. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Your story adds up. What's worse, I was there at the scene of the crime with her. Her story is exactly how I would have told it too. You sure? Oh, absolutely sure. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awful confident in her testimony. Lotta, please, think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I was murdered. Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Well, you see... Order. Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony? Sorry.
Good. This shifts things back to my side.
For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber.
When they entered?
One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey. Correct?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. It was Maya that went in.
It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly.
Rats. And I'm trapped like one again! Come on, one sec. See, the defense is terribly lacking. Alright. Is this... You're absolutely certain of that? Behind the folding screen, maybe? What about behind the folding screen? Ah! Testifying against its own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went to the channeling chamber, you know? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. This is so... come on. Hold it! You have to press everything. Was it really a gunshot? This is baseless conjecture. Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Ugh. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot?
Yes, I think that was something that sounded like a gunshot.
And why are we here listening to the defense testify?
The world becomes just a little cooler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I'll tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now, this is where the story heats up. Yep. Hold it! So, let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down. Honestly, Mr. Phoenix, I thought that you tell us what happened then. Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down.
Does this feel like an inquisition?
No need for apologizing, that was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see.
The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. Just as I thought, there is nothing wrong with her testimony. Ask with her so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do? I just let this go.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say.
If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo?
Not yet. But I will. I promise. Well, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor.
That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey.
I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument.
That's enough.
Is this it? Is this all I can do?
I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
What about the defense? No further questions, I presume?
I couldn't protect Maya.
The defense...
Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia!
Oh no, I forgot about this.
I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say?
But... pearls...
Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go!
But how?
She's already taken away every advantage! The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what...
Dr. Gray!
Really don't need this right now.
Yes, you were murdered, we get it.
Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. You see, there is one final piece to this puzzle. Yeah? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully.
Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period.
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor.
The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time.
Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated question— Ah!
It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. The Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But I mean, I have someplace I must go after this. All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony.
Well, heck. What am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him.
Well, we all broke into the room. Pretty sure I saw Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't get a good look at it.
I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. You fool. You took 2. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And then go home. Okay, you sure about that? 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots of vodka. You took 2 shots, but only 1 has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? No, you've got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know it can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to keep to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma? Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. Forgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Yes. Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court. On purpose? That's not fair. I'm pretty sure that's called illegal. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I'm so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important. Thus, I will need to submit it. That's all. How could you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so I bothered with the second. I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Thank you. Let's see it. Oh yeah, that is not Maya whatsoever. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? I should probably insist. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn, that somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order! 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 Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it! You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. How did she get that? This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? No, you dumbus. She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can... Yes, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. God damn it. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia, taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. Oh, it sure has. Sorry. I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end, but if I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya?
I can.
Your Honor?
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now.
A contradiction?
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture for the court?
Take that!
Her sleeve. Please direct your attention here.
To the sleeve?
But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing.
Should be there?
There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You'll certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
Alright, this should do some major damage to our argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again.
Her little bow. Tisk tisk, jumping the gun again, I see.
Your Honor, I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case.
I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it!
That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth in this next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, your costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What?
Order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Ow! Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess.
Complete mess? I fail to see how. Please, enlighten us.
Hey, witness! Ah! What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You're the one who said that it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know...
you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see.
Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say ah! Where, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from?
Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions.
You could have just used the word two instead of the number.
First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this?
Hi. Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now?
Turn things around.
Wait a second.
That's right. Really, please turn things around and change your perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at the situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? I can prove that either one of those conditions were true.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with.
I think what happened before we burst our way to the channeling chamber is... Maya had left the room. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove it.
Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than the detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the... Yeah, prove that she left. Well, she had the key, so she could have obviously used the key to go. Miss Hart, do you remember this key?
Well, I've seen it. Hi, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Yes, looks like she's catching on.
I'm afraid to ask, but... why is that key currently in your possession?
Huh?
What do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest.
Like that a kick. So how come you're holding it?
I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the scene of crime at the time.
That's preposterous.
This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you.
No! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case! How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case, and I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you! This courtroom session brought to you by fools like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Okay. Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. Hey, I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know?
Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that.
Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me?
Sure.
Alright, girls.
You ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A ticket?
Poor thing. So sheltered.
I could have very well done this last week, but honestly, I was just tired. Hopefully I'll have the energy to finish today, though. If I just speed through it. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick.
You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway.
I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man...
She definitely didn't.
Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person.
Yes, Pearls.
Oh, I see.
I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial?
I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before. Oh, and Mystic Maya looks so small and helpless.
Well, Maya's already naturally short, so...
And then that snobby woman with the roughly clothes.
Roughly? Oh, she means Francisca.
She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow.
I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world.
Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya?
Well, she's the opposite of a defense lawyer. A prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent. All they care about is if they win.
That's terrible. But she's a really good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right?
There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Stop unloading your trauma and anger at your boyfriend to your fucking assistant. Well, he might have become a good guy, eventually.
He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgeworth?
That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore.
Huh?
He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it.
Oh, that's too bad.
The murderer. By the way,
Yes? What is it?
you wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you?
Why are you asking me?
No, I was just thinking.
I didn't see anything.
She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? I just realized that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened?
What I was doing? I wasn't doing anything.
She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else, I promise.
God damn it, Pearls! Why? I guess you can see through my lie, huh?
Yeah, clearly.
I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick?
Take that!
Pearl, you have to tell me what you're doing when the murder happened, okay?
But what if I can't just tell you what happened? I'll guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that?
You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you?
Yes?
this key, Pearls? You found it on the day of the murder, right?
Yes.
Now, where you found this key is very important. So, please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this?
Found it in the incinerator.
The incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden?
The door on it was a little open, so I took a peek.
What was that?
It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Are you going to tell my mother?
Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did?
Yes. If she finds out that it was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking.
Gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? Incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held here today, but I guess it's already over.
Oh hey, there's stuff in the incinerator.
Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Oh, looks like they noticed me. And are now running at top speed towards me.
Oh hey! Like, you're that dentist guy.
Actually, it's Felix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again.
Ooh, like real suave. So like, it's my turn. It's nice to see you too.
So, what's up? You're all out of breath.
Like, oh, you mean, like, I'm totally just happy. Just totally happy and like totally excited to be here.
Excited.
Like, I mean, there are so many things to like see. It's like the real deal here.
Really? For example?
For example, like that urn over there. Do you like know about it?
I see it's an old cracked piece of pottery. First, let's examine this, because it's pretty suspicious. That's right. Girl said she found this key inside the incinerator. Guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. A tiny bit, but still.
Interesting.
Hey, so what's with this sacred urn? Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn?
Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure.
Huh, didn't know that.
And, like, it's sealed inside that urn.
What are you talking about?
Like, you know, Ami Faye's spirit.
Ami Faye? Who's that?
Like, geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the Hurrian channeling technique was Mystic Ami.
You don't have to get upset with me.
So, like, as long as her spirit, lives in that urn, the spiritual power of the Fae family will stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic?
Romantic, huh? That urn is really as important as she says. It could be a vital clue. Edie, I want to ask you about the murder?
Murder.
Dr. Grace, remember? As if there's another one?
Oh, that one! Like, you should have said so in the first place! So, like, I totally don't know anything because I was, like, sleeping in the side room.
Well, that's not much help. Did you notice anything at all?
Like, come on! What a total bore! I, like, totally have nothing to do with this, like, murder thing.
Oh yeah, you only introduced Dr. Gray to Carrion Village. No relation.
Sure.
Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in that accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Let me just examine the urn real quick, because apparently it's important. So there's a spirit in this urn, huh? Well, I see there are a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in the space between the cracks. Looks like something's written on it. I am? Huh. Weird. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident?
Like, why? You think, like, it's got something to, like, do with the murder?
I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. God damn it! How many? Only 2. Good. Psyche locks?
Like, what is it?
Looks like I'm going to need something to pry your mouth open on this one.
I don't think I can do this yet, so let's go talk to Morgan for funsies.
Hey, Morgan. Looks Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? Looks like she's talking to a picture.
Oh, that's not evil at all!
Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the... Who's there?
Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright.
Just curious about that picture you were just looking at.
Oh, today was that event. Was it not, good sir? I heard you did well.
Huh. Oh, yes, thank you.
I am terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement, as I had to watch over the trainees' training today.
I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture.
Well, because the master can't be here with us, you understand. And that is why a lowly branch family member such as myself must do this.
A lowly branch member, huh? Have you remembered anything about the murder?
No, I told you everything I know already.
Were you in this room the whole time Lotta and I went to call the police?
Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterward.
You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen?
I would like to say more did, however, that is all that occurred.
I was really hoping for some new info.
I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes.
Could you possibly be more patronizing? So, do the students train every day?
Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course, however.
And I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training?
Mr. Wright!
Yes, yes! Oh, she got real scary real fast.
How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl.
Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far?
Next question, please.
Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this.
Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir.
Okay, so the master is, Maya's mother, right?
Mystic Misty. She is a brilliant medium.
And where is she now?
We are not sure.
Not sure.
About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit. And after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village in any case. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village.
Erased?
A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead.
Oh, I see.
And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Kurain village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid...
I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there.
That's not great. Let's go somewhere else.
Alright, Maya, how you doing?
Hey, Nick. I've been waiting.
She looks so helpless.
So? How was it? What did you find out?
Well,
I found a few things. Is it so bad that you can't even look me in the eye?
I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble.
No, it's fine. So how was it? Today's trial, I mean.
You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie.
Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya.
Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick? The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it?
Of course not. You're completely innocent.
If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in that room with the two
of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen?
I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there.
That's exactly what Lotta said, too.
Nick?
Yeah?
Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? My sis? What did she tell you?
She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you.
Now that you mention it... Wait, then I really am?
You are not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged.
Drugged?
I think this was planned from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray.
That's...
I want to ask you something about Pearls.
Pearly? What about her?
No matter what I try, she won't answer me.
Hi.
I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder.
Huh? Wait, Nick! You don't think she did it, did you? Do you?
No, nothing like that.
She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid and really cute and really great and cute.
I didn't really think she was the murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right?
Yeah, the two of us, we were playing with her ball.
A ball, huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. So what about this ball?
It's nothing really special, just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. Carly really loves to play with that ball.
She loves to play with that ball, huh?
When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box.
The clothing box?
Yeah, Carly's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about.
Clothing box in the side room, huh?
Good to know. Ah! Ha!
Lotta! Hey, wait! Please, Lotta! She ran off into the manor.
Dang it.
Lotta!
Ah! Hey! I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust.
Hey, Morgan! Yes? What is it? And must you be so noisy? We have a rule here. The hallway is not for running. Now then, in the calm manner, ask your question. Okay. Anyway, did you see Lotta come by here?
Ah, that girl from the Heartland. I'm sorry, but she did not pass by here at any time.
Lotta, you sure know how to waste a man's time.
Time to go to the winding way, I guess. No?
I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run off in this direction, but it doesn't look like she's here.
Oh hey, there's a Steel Samurai ball here now.
It's Pearl's ball. Maya said that it's always kept in the clothing box. So then what is it doing on the floor? It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept.
What's inside? Ah!
What were you doing in there? What were you thinking?
I'm a bad person. Just another piece of human trash. I needed a hole to crawl into.
So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. I wonder what that could mean, Phoenix! That's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this... Good to know. No clues here. It's the clothing box where Pearls keeps her ball. I thought I felt my soul take off for a sec when Lana jumped out at me. So it's big enough to fit a grown adult. Although she can be called an adult. Hey.
Oh, Mr. Nick! That person ran by here just now.
What person?
You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair.
Ah, she means Lana.
She said, "Don't look at me with them eyes," but I'm not that scary, am I?
I don't think that's quite what she meant.
Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you, going on a trip to find myself, that don't you bother finding me.
Oh. Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, Pearls? I think I've got enough to, break your psyche locks now. Alright. Pearl, please tell me what you were doing. You were here, right?
Take that!
You were here, weren't you, Pearls? In the winding way.
Wow! You got it!
So, do you think you can tell me now?
I'm sorry, not yet.
Man, oh man. Alright, what next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing there.
Do you really know that much?
Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what was it Pearls was doing in the winding way?
She was probably playing with her little ball.
Take that!
You were playing with this ball, right?
Oh, that's right. How did you know?
Maya told me that you love to play with your ball.
Yeah, I was playing with my ball.
And then? Something happened, huh? Something really bad.
What do you mean, something? Nothing happened.
This is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. You broke the vase. You broke the urn. This urn. It's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the Kurain technique is sealed in here, isn't it?
Yes?
What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? And there's even a few gaps here and there.
Please don't tease me.
Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? Seems to be a tradition in the Faye family. She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I had the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock isn't broken yet.
It's a really old urn, isn't it?
I guess.
It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks.
Her voice is shaking.
How can you tell that the urn has been broken?
Can't examine it. Oh, wait. We have Ami Faye's profile now, huh?
Interesting.
Take that!
Who started the Kurain channeling technique?
Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Ami.
That's right. And how do you spell her name? Do you know?
How do I spell her name? I don't know.
It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn and made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together.
Pats her little head. It's okay, Pearly. Woohoo! Alright, let's talk about your alibi now. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the winding way with my ball.
And that's when you broke the urn.
Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Mommy's spirit fly away.
Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay?
I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. But the broken pieces were pretty big, so
You thought you could put them back together and no one would notice. channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So, about how long did it take you? Must have been a nasty repair job.
Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I am not nearly as skilled. When I finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor.
So that's around when Lana and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder.
When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick?
What is it, Pearls?
I'm going to get banished, aren't I?
I really don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I bet Mr. Gummy's happy to be free from that cramped urn.
Yeah, I hope so.
No harm done, and a happy resolution. Whew. I can talk to kids now.
Alright. Let's see. Where do I go next?
Whew. I think I found out everything I can, but I can't see how it all adds up. And is Eenie Miney being here just a coincidence?
Hey, mister.
How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Enie's sister. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix! I'm talking to you! I wish I knew a little more about Eenie, but where am I going to find info like that?
Oh, I get it. You can't be bothered to look over at trash like me. Is that it, Mr. High and Mighty?
Lana!
Oh, so you finally noticed.
I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word.
Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful for you for chasing this large lump of one around like this.
Thanks.
But you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own.
What are you talking about? And as for following or chasing or whatever it is, isn't that what you're doing?
Well, you see, you're not exactly a real gentleman with the lady's heart, are you?
You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Hey, so, let's talk.
Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. I get all fired up about something it's impossible to stop me.
You hurt Maya really badly, Lana.
I suppose you could forgive a gal like me.
Chat, do we forgive her? Do we Azrael this shit? Let's forgive her. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out too, after all.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Thank goodness, I'm still
what?
No, nothing at all. I was just talking to myself, you know? Gibberish. Now then, a lot of heart at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up.
Thanks.
Hey, don't feel surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this info for free.
Lana not taking money? Now I know this one's an alien club.
If Maya is not the real murderer, then
Who do you think it is, Lana?
well, heck, isn't it obvious? It's not a cult freak.
You mean Eenie Miney?
There ain't anyone else it could be, right? That Granny, you and me, we were all together that whole time.
So Lana suspects Eenie.
Rightfully. Which means she might have already found out some info about the mysterious Eenie. Let me see if this... About this clipping. Now, you listen here, boy, and listen good. You can't go looking at such an old piece of paper here. People's got eyes on the front side, you know why? So they can see in front of themselves, not behind. So how about it? You feel my energy?
Nope, not an electron.
I'm a real natural, aren't I? I caught the murder just right, and even managed to make it mysterious. Mysterious? All you managed to do was forget to focus your lens. Shut up! That's my technique! My technique, now you hear?
Oh, I forgot you can present profiles.
I'm so not used to that being a mechanic. That's Eenie Miney, right?
Yeah, I was wondering if you know anything about this girl.
You know, actually, I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world.
Yeah, I heard as much. I had also heard that Eenie was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Carrion Village.
You don't say.
if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? Yes, please. That is exactly what I want you to do. Speaking of Edie, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? It'll cost ya, and it'll cost a lot. Oh, silly me. Here I thought free meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckon, so I didn't actually go there. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds... Ugh. I mean, look, don't blame this on... Oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Better go check out this hottie clinic. This part's gonna suck. So, this is where Edie was hospitalized. I'm not talking! Yes, are you a doctor here? You guys can read this! I'm not reading him. I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. It's even worse in the HD version. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eenie Miney. Yeah. Just shut up. Here you are. Sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Don't you dare start that sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful towards their boss. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Don't yes me. Who in the world are you? The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the inhumanity. The only person I can talk to is this guy. Ugh. Fine, let's see what the hell is going on with this. So what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Doctory clinical stuff? You do surgeries here, right? It seems. Okay, what about Eenie Miney? Ew. From the general hospital to here? What kind of surgery did she need? So what kind was it? So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director. I'm never going to get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth if it's at this rate. There's gotta be something I can show to this old coot. So what do you know about this? Attractive, huh? They really want me to present profiles, huh? Yeah, sure. I'll tell her for you. About this person? Interesting. I don't believe this. What the hell am I supposed to show you? Oh, the one time this is useful. Okay. What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What's with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. The trial is tomorrow, and I would really like some information from you. Is that right? I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually, I'm not the real director. Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly spray knew that. Huh? What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on, I'll give you something. Real information, okay? Actually, this clinic, see, I like this place is Miny, right? Little Miss Eeny Miny? Please tell me what you know about Eeny Miny. Emergency case. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. My trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around and around in bandages, and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, alright. Car accident. You mean it was a traffic accident? Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now you mentioned something about a big operation? Yes, Miss Eeny's. Is it really that bad? Picture. Breach of ethics? Oh wait. Sure. What happened to the actual license itself? So you looked up information on Eeny's accident, correct? What kind of accident? You haven't? Obsessive to the max. But I bet I could learn how to stay on a lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. Alright. A new clue. I should probably look this over. It's already been half a year, huh? Alright. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Miss Eeny Miny is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Miny. Mimi Miny was the nurse at Grey Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this mere coincidence? Yes. So, how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, well, then I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eeny I said hi, okay? Bye-bye! Time for me to leave, too. Yes. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. Back to Crane Village. I go. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so well. Well... yeah. So earlier that old granny called the cops? Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? Again. She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. What do you mean, something to tell them? But honestly, I tell ya, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know, stealing Master Satan and controlling the village folk. Now you see what it's turned into? A murder, that's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on! What? That stuff you were just talking about, that's the first I've heard of it. Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the Master's seat? Yep. Right now, the Master is this medium named Miss DeFay, but the one that was really supposed to be the Master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the Master? Okay. So I hear the Master has always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out, that old bat is Miss DeFay's older sister. Oh. They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny there lost to her younger sister, Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things, too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master. Disgraceful. Wow. I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Anyway, let's talk about Eeny Miny now. Do you know where Eeny is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. Just hanging around here. Okay, thanks. Got something to ask her? Yeah. Got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. She's probably somewhere in the, Oh. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. Like, what's with that scary look on your face?
Take that!
Let's try this. Traffic accident. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh yeah. So, like, that Dr. Grey guy made my sister fall asleep, and, like, that's all I had to say about that. Interesting. Amy just asked whose accident, which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? How about yours? I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, wow, like, that's strange. I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? Yes, I can. It's right here. You silly. How can you not remember? It was only 6 months ago. It was only 6 months ago you were discharged. It says, Miss Eenie Miney holds interview about crash. Ah! You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait, what now? That's not me! Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, like, Eenie Miney is, like, pretty common. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Miney, is in here, too. Like, totally, wow! What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm going to let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, you can have something that totally says I was hospitalized? I guess I could just present this again. Oh no, wait. I got this from a weird doctor.
Take that!
This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So? There was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director! Now are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure, but that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And that woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in that accident could be... Mimi Miney?
Take that!
I believe it was your sister, Mimi Miney? Mimi? You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Now are you ready to talk? Please? Please? Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Gray really caused that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills?
Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back.
I wonder. This does give Eni a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray.
It seems simple, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it.
What are you... What? I'm... Alright. Looks like something's up.
Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone!
Ow! Hey, hold on, okay, pal? Not gonna hurt.
Pearl, dear, it is perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too! No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But...
Oh, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look. It's a real pistol.
Detective, do not upset me further.
Sorry. Poor Gumshoe. Being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Ow.
Mother. Mother, this has never happened before.
Pearls.
Mr. Nick? I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick.
Say something, Phoenix. Anything. I'm terrible at this.
Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya?
She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence.
Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her.
Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either.
I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side.
Her stare is really piercing. Okay, fine, I'll go visit Maya. Damn. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia! So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's up to you. It's a heavy weight to bear. If memory serves, Mia had a few psyche locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now.
Sure. I welcome you to try. Come on, Phoenix. We don't have time to be looking at things like this. We need to find out everything we can for the trial tomorrow.
Mia.
Yes?
Mia, you know something. About the real murderer, I mean. Mia!
3?
Why do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah. Battle of wits against Mia. Huh.
Take that!
Okay, Mia, let's try this. So you can talk. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you? Isn't that right? Yes. Alright. Tell me who you think I'm protecting. I think you're protecting your sister.
Take that!
Okay. Why would you be protecting your aunt, though? Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else, which means she already has an alibi. is true, show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. Well then, why was she burning clothes? The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the Winding Way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes, but when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there is only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood. And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that this piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? Well, the key is in it, so obviously it would have been in her pocket or something. I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key. And yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the central garden. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, my key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me, but I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Mr. Gray, Dr. Gray, who or what did she need?
Take that!
An accomplice. Eenie Minu. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Eenie Minu were in cahoots. Thank you, Mia! You're the best! You're the best, Mia! Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself to do this. Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eenie Minu is involved somehow, but we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eenie. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there is only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She is the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fay. Mia and Maya's mother. How would she bring her up now? Now then, looks like we gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief, we won't lose. I'm going to take a 5-minute break to grab some water and... just chill. Grandpa's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel me today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please. It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly! Not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. I, for one, think that pun was hilarious. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? How'd you find that out? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't care. I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is right. That is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room. What? What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Okay. And how are you going to substantiate this claim? Order, order, order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Well, there are like 6 bogus... That's bogus. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. Sure. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, can your cross-examination, please? My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. I need to basically press all of this, so...
Hold it!
Was it really necessary to have 2 people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted us both out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fey. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Please continue, Miss Fey. Okay, so... During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however.
Objection!
The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? I don't believe that. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade, Mystic Maya, had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? Pray tell, what did she— Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what had happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. Oh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Okay.
Hold it!
Wait. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, but however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had channeled. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However...
That's dumb, but I'm not gonna press that, because whatever. Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great, well, now what? So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes, that is exactly where we should be. Ah!
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone? Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eenie Miney?
I think you can see where this is going. Where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation.
Okay, so my name is Eenie Miney. I'm researching parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult stuff? Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake.
A little later, someone came into this room, really quickly. I was taking a nap. A little nappy nap. It was oh my god, totally my sister! I, hadn't seen her so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something really terrible.
Now hold your horses. Are you saying you saw your sister? Don't you mean the defendant?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes. Eenie Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness. Yeah? In your testimony you mentioned a terrible thing? Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie.
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. I still can't get her accent down. The end. I can't decide whether I want to do American or German.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia! What do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if he'll make this one more entertaining than the last. I wonder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Yeah. I hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. What do you mean by that? You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one again? But like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult, but I, like, know all about the current channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop a sign of questioning? Nah. Obviously not. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Very. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that. What do you mean it looked totally normal?
Objection!
Wasn't it covered in blood? That was a very well spun mime, Miss Amy. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared to you like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? And if you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney? I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Oh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. Not help he's going to be. Like, the side room was, kinda dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Okay.
Hold it!
And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Mighty, like at the time?
Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad. And like she said she wanted to go with me to like apologize to Miss Morgan.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Like, yeah.
Hold it!
Okay, wait. Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe like taking her revenge on Dr. Gray like made her feel a lot better.
I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner, the better. She says with her whip at the ready.
And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Like, sure.
Was there anything strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When you you could do any,
You know the meme. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Yes. I ask because it is very important. Now that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well.
Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay.
You dumbass! Guess who was there? That's right, Pearl Fay fixing up the thing.
Fixing up the sacred urn.
You say you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible.
Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
The garden?
Yep, which means anyone walking through the area would have seen her. Would have to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that?
Objection!
As the cults can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leaving her sister at that time. To honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing.
Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it.
What sort of foolish... There is no way someone walking along the winding way would not have noticed Pearl.
Take that!
This urn is my proof.
An old cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove?
Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why.
She broke the urn? Ow! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day?
This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
What?
Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room?
Nah.
Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where's this contradiction?
In her testimony. Help me, Mia! Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
It's true that at that time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything?
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
I can see that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor, which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
She was right here in the channeling chamber, obviously. Miss Miney was here, of course.
But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene?
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Order, order, order! That is...
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendants were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain!
She was hiding. Dumbies.
I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding?
There's only one place in this room you can hide.
Take that!
Here, of course. Behind the folding screen.
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
See? You stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, Slimeball.
Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying... How old is she, actually? She is... 21. Okay.
Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this!
Take that!
Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
That tiny little box. No person could fit in that.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Thought it disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
Objection! But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping in there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can, with evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. There's a hole in it.
Take that!
Take a look at this clothing box. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ha! And yet her shoes are adorable. Order! Order! So, what are you saying? No, then Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I am saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had planned it from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. Correct. It's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Where is she? Here we go.
Take that!
This person! If it wasn't someone from Kurain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Lucky it didn't hit Maya. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Vine boom, vine boom, vine boom. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. I'll just present this because it's easy. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes! Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Fey to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Right. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Miney. Thank you. Thank you, Mia. Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray, and it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Yeah, I can. Otherwise, my client's gonna be guilty. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination is already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? You're supposed to be on my side! Aye! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you're my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a sec,
Let's see. I feel like I can keep going. I might as well finish this out. Alright. Is it really true? About my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Ah! Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering, both physically and emotionally. Those whiplashes really hurt.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
The real Eustace winner, I should say. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to the court about your car accident.
Huh? I thought you, you wanted to, ask about my, motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think I'll do any good, but... That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then, and, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped, too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister?
Ugh! Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister.
Yes. Which means I'll have to work at this from another angle. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted?
She had to talk to the police and, was being investigated, every day. It was, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't have have a driver's license? This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I wonder why they put it at the end here. And that's why you were in the passenger seat.
Like, yeah, I was like at my college's research lab till like really late, so my sis was like giving me a ride home.
I see.
Phoenix,
Yes?
you can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. So let's find a crushing contradiction. Hey, guess what? License.
Objection!
Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic doctor?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic doctor. And how did you know he was perverted?
Ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November?
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, Wright.
What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there to yourself. Not like you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. I don't think that's it. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but...
Hold it!
It was a new car.
Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Are those her boyfriend's initials?
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars will be the obvious next topic.
I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up.
Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point.
Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever.
since this new car was like a totally special model from England. Well, didn't it say you got out of the right-hand side? And it's usually right-handed for the... Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left side. That would be if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. What do you mean by this? You were in Germany! Why are you surprised? Mon Karma! Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car, but if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright is babbling nonsense again. Enid said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Enid said, yes, but that is where the story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Enid or Mimi, who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Enid Miney, was the one in the driver's seat, which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic rules is this, Mr. Wright? Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name... The witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. Half? This witness's real name is... I mean, it makes sense that it would be half, because if you got it wrong, it would be the other one. Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital, so for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right, it's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Enid Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, wait, that's next case. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Enid Miney. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Enid. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see now. I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray. Is this what you are saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Amy, I mean, Miss Von Karma, why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself, to become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted to disappear, wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. Which isn't that wild, I would assume. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Ini has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me! Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yow! Stop! Fuck! Ow! And one more for good measure. That was like 4 more. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This cult is a fraud! A sham! Now then, looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty! Whee! Yay! Is he okay? Where is he? That is all. This court is adjourned. Alright, wake up, Phoenix! Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Oh, that's very sweet. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Aww. There is still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then, you and Lada would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya who had just committed a murder. She had a plan down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Mighty plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... to help your cousin.
Take that!
Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Kurain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family. My aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls will become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think she was saying I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Kurain, dear child. I sacrificed it all. All for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Thank you for joining me to finish out Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. Next time, we begin the worst case in the series, by some people's standards, Turnabout Big Top. I don't know. The idea is fine. I just... the execution and the fact that she's 16... Anyway, thanks for coming. See you